Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Katelyn, and today we are doing our monthly reset and reflect. And if I'm being so for real, I am literally filming this the day before it goes up, so I'm gonna have to film, edit, and upload all within like a couple hours. So I literally just got home from work. I sat down and I'm getting ready to film this video. So we are going to go over how last month went for the month of April. And then we're going to talk a little bit about my goals for this current month that we just started, which is May. This next couple months, I feel like the goals are going to be a little bit different than how they've been so far this year, but I will get into explain why. But yeah, that's just a little tidbit I wanted to mention. But we're just going to jump right into everything. So I'm going to shift a little, maybe I'll shift this way. So for April, I had my goals. It wasn't a great month. It's okay, it happens. But yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, so I wanted to read 4 books, which technically I did. I'm including my audiobooks in read 4 books, and I was able to do that. So I did check that off. I wanted to plan out our final decorating ideas for the house, which I have done. I've planned them out. I'm hoping to get, like, there's only like 3 sections that I would like to like kind of get done. One being I want to do some type of gallery wall in our kitchen, which is the like kind of the top priority for me because it's like the easiest and cheapest thing that we can do. So that's like the top priority. I also would really like to set up a backyard patio situation. Like I really want to there's like this set from IKEA that I really want to get, but it's just a little bit expensive. So we're humming and hawing about it. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but I would love to get that done before summer. But that's the other thing. And then the last one is up in our bedroom. We still have our TV set up on cardboard boxes. So ideally I would love to have a little unit there, but I'm really not in any rush or any like financial like place to be like, yeah, I'll spend a few $100s on something to hold our TV when the boxes truly work perfectly fine. So those are the 3 things I did plan out. Okay, I wanted to try to make 2 new meals this month, and technically, like, let me think, did I actually do this? I made a new meal yesterday. Oh, I think I did actually, because I think we tried our salmon bowls this month. I'm pretty sure we tried salmon bowls this month. It might have been last month. I'm checking it off because, okay, we did these salmon bowls. Oh my gosh, they are so good. I found the recipe on TikTok. See, I feel like maybe we did do this because I feel like I did share this last time. So, I don't know. Either way. No, I think this is new. Either way, we had salmon bowls and they're so good. I found the recipe on TikTok. Super easy to make, super quick, very, very good. Austin isn't even a fan of salmon and he loved these. Like, he's like, these are so good. So we had those, and then I made this like makeshift pasta last night, which I'm counting as like a new meal because I haven't made this specific pasta before, but basically it's like a take on the feta and then cherry tomatoes. I literally just had like Roma tomatoes, so I just cut them up, put them in a pan, put some feta in, did some Italian seasoning, threw it in the oven for like 15 minutes, and then I put spinach in, put it in for another 5 minutes, all the cheese melted, and then I just like boiled pasta on the stove, put it in, mixed it all up, and it was pretty delicious, honestly, if I do say so myself. So I guess technically we did do 2 new meals. Move your body 5 times a week. Did not happen. I'm not even going to talk about it. It didn't happen. This month was so miserable and rainy, and it just reflected on me, one, for like having any motivation to work out, but also, sorry if the weather is also changing. I'm using the window as my light, and it really is. We're about to get a huge storm, so sorry about the lighting. But yeah, so this month was just like not great for like the weather and just like affecting my mood, but also I touched on this a little bit, I think, in my last vlog from my birthday, but I was really just feeling down a lot of this month, honestly, because I turned 27 on the 25th, and I was just like, I just wasn't I don't know, I was just really not anticipating my birthday, and I was really dreading my birthday coming up. So I feel like that really reflected on my mood a lot. And a lot of the days, honestly, I was very mopey. I was very just like, I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to just sit down. And yeah, so I think I moved my body maybe twice a week this month, but nowhere near what I wanted to. But that's okay, it happens. Also, nightly reading for 30 minutes to an hour every night. Absolutely did not do this. Absolutely did not do this. I was reading like crazy in March, and then April came, and I don't feel like I burnt myself out from reading too much, but I do think I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna just take a break. I'm just gonna chill for a minute. So yeah, definitely didn't do that. And obviously it reflected because I think I only ended up reading 4 books this month. So the total. Every month I want to host a friend. This is actually the first month that we didn't host anybody here. And that was, I guess we actually hosted Austin's grandma. She came over for dinner one night. But I didn't host any friends over. Normally we either do like book club here. We didn't do book club here this month. And then, I didn't have any other friends come over or anything. So it was actually a pretty chill month on the like house front for like having people over, but that's okay. I wanted to have some type of birthday celebration, and we did. So again, if you missed the vlog, go check it out. It was actually a really, really fun weekend, and it was just like really nice for me because, again, like I said, I was kind of dreading my birthday coming up, and it was just such a pleasant and nice weekend, and I just had so much fun. And I kind of talked about this with the girls at book club, but I have a really good group of friends in my life now. But everybody lives far away, unfortunately. Like, that's just kind of comes with the territory of being on YouTube, being on social media. It's like you're going to meet people and you're going to make friends, but unfortunately all your friends are going to live far away from you. And like the closest people that we have are Brandon and Heidi, but they still live like 2.5 hours away. So we really don't get to see them as much as we would like to see them. So yeah, so it's really hard when you have friends that live so far away. So I really don't have a core group of people here who like I can see all the time and hang out with and whatever. So at our book club, for them to like throw me, like it was for book club, but essentially like they threw me like a birthday party. It was just like, I felt very emotional for it because like I've never had friends to do that for me before. Like I've never had friends to like throw me a party or set anything up like that. Like, I don't know. I was really grateful, and I'm really thankful for the people I have in my life now. And I just wanted to say, if you are in your like early to mid 20s and you go from having maybe a good group of friends in high school and lives just switch and change, and you kind of all change directions and you all live in different areas now, and maybe you don't have those friends anymore, you will make good friends again. Like it's not like high school friends are like the end all be all and you'll never have friends like that again. Like you will make friends again later in your life. And it honestly, like, I'm not discrediting the friendships I had in high school because I absolutely cherish the friendships I had in high school, but the friendships you make when you're a little bit older just make such a difference because it's not just like a friendship based on location. It's friendships based on like things you like and your personalities and like your goals and your ambitions. Sorry, the animals are all going crazy. Your goals and your ambitions, and you will make great friends all throughout your life, I'm sure, but it feels weird when you're like, you go from this transition of having probably like a decent amount of friends in high school. At least that's how it was for me. I had a decent group of friends in high school, and like slowly but surely everybody kind of trickled away. And I was feeling really down for a while about it. And I feel really happy and comfortable with my friends that I have now. So anyway, that was a big long spiel for nothing, but I just wanted to say that quickly. Okay, and then the last goal that I had was I wanted to complete one CE course this month. And of course, I didn't do it. I need to get on these. I just don't know why I'm not. I'm just like, honestly what it is that I spend all day at work. the last thing I want to do is come home and like sit through like a 4-hour course of something also related to my work. Like I just need to decompress. I don't want to think about work when I'm not at work, you know? So it's one of those things, but I will do it. I really do need to get some like continuing education. And so I'm gonna do it, but I just haven't done it yet. Let's reflect on the month. What went well? What didn't go so well? What can we work on for next month? Okay. So this is where we're going to talk about next month. I have decided I am going to do 75 hard again. So if you don't know, last summer around the same time, Austin and I did the 75 hard challenge. It's a mental toughness challenge. If you don't know what it is, basically, for 75 days straight, you have to follow a set amount of rules, and you can't break them, and you can't like mess up or anything, or else you have to start all over. But you have 75 days straight where it's testing your mental toughness, and a lot of it is a physical like workout thing, but it is definitely, a lot of it is mental. So anyways, I have decided okay, so I have decided that I am going to do this again because I cannot explain to you how good I felt when I was doing the 75 hard. Like when I was having consistent workouts, when I was eating really healthy, when I was honestly like not consuming alcohol, like all these different attributes, reading every day. I never felt better, looked better, was like more energized. I couldn't believe it, how good I felt. And I really had planned on sticking to somewhat of that routine when we had got back from Disney. And I was for a couple weeks, and then we had a couple lifestyle changes happen at home. And then we ended up having to move out, and then we moved in here. And then obviously such and such forth, you fall out of your routine. So I am doing this challenge again, and I am only going to be doing it by myself this time. So Austin's not doing it with me. He said he will do walks with me, and he will still obviously eat the foods that I'm going to eat because we're not making 2 different meals during the weeks. But I'm doing this alone, so I am actually going to be documenting it, I believe, on here. So I'm going to just do weekly vlogs, but I will be talking about 75 hard during the weekly vlogs. I still will upload regular weekends, and I'm still going to upload my regular content. However, for the next, I think it's like 6 or 7 weeks, I will be, no, it's longer than that. I think it's 11 weeks. For that time, I'm going to be uploading once a week, kind of just walking you through my week, going through how I'm doing with the 75 hard, show you guys some of the things I'm eating, the workouts I'm doing, how I'm able to make it work, because a lot of people really were interested in my like journey when I did it last year, and I never really documented any of it because I kept it really personal. But I feel like it'd be fun to share it this year. And basically I'm going to start uploading like the week after I start, so everything will be 1 week behind. But that way, if any of you guys want to do it with me, you can. So I am starting on sorry, should have had this ready. I'm starting on May 6th, Monday, May 6th. So if you would like to start it with me, you can start it with me, and we will hold each other accountable because I will be posting my videos for you guys to watch. And we can message on Instagram or TikTok or wherever you want to message me on. If that's something that you are also thinking about doing, we can do it together. So anyways, that is something I wanted to talk about for what I want to work on next month. So the main thing is like obviously moving my body and just being more physically active, doing all the things. But if you're interested in the 75 hard challenge, I will leave my video link below of my, I think it was like my results video and like what I learned or something. It was recorded after I finished 75 hard. And then I can also leave the website down below, I believe, of the person who started it to share just kind of like what the rules are or whatever of the 75 hard challenge. Okay, so with that, I'm not actually going to be putting forward really any goals for next month. I might still do like reading goals and stuff, but I'm not going to be doing any like workout goals or meal plan goals or anything like that because I really want to stick to 75 hard, and it really is all consuming. So if you're planning on doing it as well, just to warn you, it really does take up a lot of your time. However, it's very rewarding. Okay, with that, Cooper. So Sorry, I feel like I'm talking also like a mile a minute, but I just want to make sure I get everything out that I need to get out. So now moving on to favorites. We are going to talk briefly about the favorites that I had this month. I don't really have a lot that I can think of because a couple things happened this month that really were just all consuming for me, and yeah. So first, let's talk about favorite movies and TV series. So Austin and I have gotten back into watching Bad Batch. Tonight is actually the season finale, actually like the series finale of the Bad Batch. So we've gotten into it. Don't comment any spoilers down below just in case anybody else hasn't watched the ending yet. But I'm scared. I'm scared to watch it. But we have really been enjoying watching Bad Batch, and I'm going to be so sad when it's over. Movies, I only went and saw one movie in April, and it was Abigail. It was the one about the like ballerina crazy vampire girl. They're all trapped in this hotel, or I think it's like a mansion. And it was pretty crazy. It was a crazy movie. It was funny. It was more of that like horror comedy almost, but it was definitely gory. It was definitely a gory movie, but I still enjoyed it. I like horror movies, which is kind of, I think, maybe weird. Maybe some people might not know that or think that, but I like scary movies. I like horror movies. And then other than that, I'm just going to quickly talk about, since we're in the movie and TV realm, I will also discuss 2 albums that came out this month that just I'm so happy for. So first album that came out this month was the Lizzie McAlpine Older album, and oh my gosh, I think also this album mixed with the very poor weather and like me also not feeling ideal. Sad girl spring was happening, okay? I was just like laying in bed listening to her beautiful music, and I was just like, and Austin was like, you need to turn her off because she's really dampening your mood. But I do love Lizzie McAlpine so much. But yeah, her new album is incredible. If you have not listened to it, if you don't know who Lizzie McAlpine is, highly recommend. She's a beautiful lyricist and her music is stunning. This is a much slower, sadder album for sure, but it's very good. It's very, very good. And then, of course, the other album that came out this month was The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. If you live under a rock, you wouldn't know about it, but I'm pretty sure everybody in the world knows that this album came out somewhat this month. But truly, it has just consumed me. I love this album so much. It easily is my favorite album by her. Hands down. I said it in my video, like after the first like 2 songs, I think I was like, I don't know how, but this is already my favorite album, and it holds true. I absolutely love it. It is so good. She is just an artist to a T, and I just love her so much. And that's all I will say. We'll get into books at the end. So games. I actually have been a gamer girl this month, and I have been loving Stardew Valley. The 1.6 update came, I think it was at either the beginning of this month or the end of last month. But yeah, absolutely have been back into my Stardew game. Austin has been too. We've both been grinding and playing like crazy, and I love it. I hate that I'm getting back into Stardew as it is coming into spring, summertime. Because now it's like I'm going to want to spend time outside, but I'm also going to want to play Stardew. So I'm just like, oh, it kind of sucks. I wish I got back into this in the winter, but c'est la vie. Honestly, no new products this month. I'm trying to think. I really have just been loving all the same products that I have been using. I always share them in my vlog. Well, not always, I guess. I share them in pretty much a lot of my vlogs, the makeup products and skincare products that I like to use. No real random favorites, and my favorite creator, which I always share, like at least one new creator or a creator that I've been watching. This is not a new creator by any means, but my best friend Brianna, she has been just killing it with the YouTube videos for her last trip to Walt Disney World, and I'm sure all of you have seen them because they truly have just blown up for very good reason. I think honestly, Brianna, these are probably the best vlogs you have ever put out, and they are just so good. And they got to stay at the Polynesian this trip, and it was a beautiful trip. Highly, highly recommend watching her vlogs if you have not already. Yeah, we love Brianna. Okay, moving into books for the month, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So like I said, this month I ended up reading 4 books. 3 of them were actually on audio and 1 was a physical book. So first audiobook that I listened to this month was The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Unfortunately, I know this is a really, really popular book series. I did not enjoy it at all. I don't know if it was just a mix of, like, sometimes when you listen to an audiobook, if you don't love the narrator, it really can affect how you feel about the book. But it just felt very YA to me at times, and I don't mind YA at all. Some YA books are truly my favorites, but I was just like, I just don't love this. And basically the entire time, all I could think about was like, what am I going to rate this? What am I going to rate this? And I feel like anytime I do that in a book, I just know that it's not holding my attention. It's just making me like get through the book, you know? So anyways, I ended up rating this a 3-star, and my Goodreads review was just, this was just not for me at all. So that's that. The next audiobook that I listened to was Counting the Cost by Jill Duggar, and this was a complete 180 about, I absolutely loved listening to this on audio. I find that I think my favorite books to listen to on audio are either memoirs, biographies, like those kind of, or thrillers. I feel like those are the most entertaining to listen to and most like captivating to listen to in audio. Romance or just like YA or anything like that, I'm just like, it's not, I feel like they just don't hold me as much as I would like them to. But anyways, Counting the Cost by Jill Duggar. If you don't know, Jill Duggar was one of the Duggar kids from, I think it ended up being like 19 Kids and Counting, 18 Kids and Counting. Anyways, show on TLC. I never watched this show growing up. I always watched TLC, but I never watched this show specifically. However, something about me is that I really like learning and listening to kind of like more of the tell-alls from people who were involved in essentially religious cults. I'm not going to get too much into it because I do feel like it's a very touchy subject because I don't want to bash on anybody's religion. However, there definitely are cults out there. So I am very intrigued by these. So I like watching all the like documentaries that they have on like Netflix and Amazon and all that stuff. And anyways, so Jill Duggar came out with her like memoir, tell-all, whatever. And I really, really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it a 4 stars. Honestly, I probably should have and could have given it a 5-star. But I wrote in my Goodreads review, I said, what an incredibly beautiful memoir for someone who could have very easily spoken poorly of many members in her life and family. She delivered her truth and story with pure grace and kindness. She would call out her own rights and wrongs in an incredibly detailed retelling of her past. I never watched the Duggars show growing up, but it was very was very intrigued in the stories told. Yeah, highly recommend either reading or listening to the audiobook of this. It was really good. And then the last audiobook that I listened to of the month was The Wives by Taryn Fisher. I ended up giving this actually a 4-star. I was kind of like hovering between a 3.5 and a 4, and I kind of just was like, okay, I'll just give it the 4-star. But this one was like all over the place, and it really had you being like, what is going on? You're like, am I crazy? Is this girl crazy? Is the family crazy? Is he crazy? Like everything, you were like, what is happening? Which obviously keeps you entertained and it keeps you like invested. But I wrote, this was a roller coaster to the extreme. This book had me saying, okay, wait, am I the crazy one here? Gaslighting to the max. It was very good. Truthfully, if I'm thinking about it though, I can't remember how it ended. Like I do, but I don't. So that's why it wasn't like a full like 4.5 or a 5-star read for me. I think I would have settled on like a 3.5 star. But yeah, it was still entertaining to say the least. Okay, and then the last book, which was the only physical book that I read, was actually our book club book for this month, and it was The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Okay. I'm gonna revoke my Goodreads review because I rated this right after I read it, and I was like instantly, I'm like, oh, I love this. And I gave it 5 stars. but I am gonna pull it back to a 4-star because there are just a few things that sit with me after I think about it. I'm just like, didn't love that. Didn't love that aspect of the book. And it really, like, the characters haven't sat with me. I haven't really thought about the characters since I finished the book. And normally when I finish a 5-star book, I always am thinking about the characters. And for these guys, I just wasn't. So I am changing my review on Goodreads and I'm giving it a 4 instead. But that's okay. But I mean, at the time I would be kidding myself if I gave this anything less than a 5 stars. No, girl, you were just like crazy. But I will say, and I do agree with this, I said, this made me giggle, blush, fully LOL, and sob. Love the story of being true to yourself, finding who you're meant to be, but also a tale of the right person, wrong time. Which I do agree with. I really, really, really did like this and enjoy it. I'm changing it to 4 stars right as we I really did enjoy it. I really had fun reading it. I read it literally in one sitting. But there was just certain aspects of the story that I was just like, some things I wish I had more of, and some things I was just like, that was weird. But it was still a really good book, and I really recommend you to read it if you are a romance lover. I literally didn't explain any of the books. I always do this. I always don't explain the books. You can read the Goodreads reviews. You can read the Goodreads summaries. I love going into books honestly knowing nothing. So maybe that's why I never say what they're about. I can't believe I always do that. Okay, well, I'm so sorry, but I feel like most people know them. So I will do better next time. But yeah, so next month I am not doing any goals. I might do a couple, but I'm not going to share any right now because I'm set on not having any goals other than completing 75 hard. So again, I will leave everything down below. Let me know if it's something you guys are going to be interested in. Let me know if you guys are going to participate. Let me know if you're going to enjoy watching videos of me sharing my experience. And yeah, let me know some of your favorites for the month and what you guys enjoyed, and let me know how some of your goals went. Just chat with me. Chat with me in the comments. I love when we chat. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.